Hey Dmitry, how are you?
Hey, hi everyone. It's good to see everyone. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Doing good? Where are you talking from?
I went to Sinta. It's 30 minutes from Lisbon. I'm really enjoying mountains and the place is really awesome.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Yesterday we had a little fun talking about that. I love your talk title. First of all, I don't want to assassinate your last name, so I'm not going to say it. So Dimitri is going to talk about would Van Gogh survive in the metaverse? I'm curious. I think he would cut his ear. I don't know. And I, his bio is he's a community organizer. So I have to hear this talk to get to know him better. Please, the floor is yours. In the end, people will have asked questions in the chat, and then we will be able to interact a little bit, okay? But use the time that you need.
Yeah, thank you so much and thank you for the space. If someone haven't muted their mics, please do. And yeah, so the Van Gogh and the metaverse. They invited me to the conference and she said that you could just freely express what's touching you at the moment. And then I thought, okay, but what's really touching me at the moment? And and since this meta presentation has been already for a while, but it's still touching me, and there's lots of things I don't agree, and in general, what's happening in the space. And I just said, okay, maybe I could join the conference and the forum and just share some insights I have, and from the community side and from the artist side, and I use in the topic the name of this great artist Van Gogh, just to say that this is all supposed to be a human-centered. So I choose this great figure just to make sure that all what we talk today and how we build things is just human-centered. And why it's very important to talk about these things among the community of artists and creators is because basically doesn't really matter what this big guy is going to create or whoever gonna create anything, any kind of platform. It's still the artists, the creators, the influencers, and the community who is bringing people on board. So it's we are actually who's saying yes to the things or no to the things. That's very important to have this discussion. Sorry, I'm super nervous. The last time I was giving a public talks was 4 years ago, and then I kind of went to the shadow, and now I just felt like doing it again, and yeah, trying to put my mind together at the moment. So okay, so I said already how important it's to talk about this right now, and then it's very strange time that this metaverse things came right in exact moment. It's very strange time that we're starting to think to build the alternative realities in the time when the present reality needs our attention the most. Like the world has never been in trouble so much, and it needs us here and now. And yeah, and we just propose to move our attention somewhere else. And I'm just questioning: is it a right moment to do? Is it the right things to do? And yes, but still, it seems that there is so many forces involved, and we are already going there into this so-called additional layer of the reality, metaverse, that it seems that we are going there, whether we like it or not. And I was just wanting to put some maybe wording signs of yeah, where we go and what are the questions we need to answer. The first of all, the very important things I think for now is to understand that we have this new things and we're still trying to bring our old mindset into these new things. And this is one of the biggest problems. Like what's bothering me about the Facebook is just Their business model at the moment, it's to get from us the data and the content and the attention, and then just make money out of it. And their current services seems very outdated, like visually and culturally. And then they build a new one, also to get the data, the creators, and the attention, so that they could make even more money now. You know, they said many times in the presentation that this is all about the presence. Like, you're gonna be so present in the metaverse, so present. But in fact, I never been less present while I was using the feeds of Instagram or Facebook. It's not really about the presence. Like, I'm really unpresent there. But for them, of course, I'm gonna be super present, because no one gonna distract me. Like, when I'm on the feed, I could get just another message from the Telegram or Signal, and then I'm gone for them. My attention is gone, and they're not making money on me anymore. But if they're gonna build this multiverse, then I'm gonna be wholly there. Like, for them, of course, I'm gonna be wholly present there, and they're just gonna have even more attention than they used to have at the moment. And this is also a very big signal. Like, are we willing to give our attention for this, and how we do it, and to whom we're giving it? It's also for me a lot about trust, because I was on this Web Summit conference just a few weeks ago, and on the main stage was a Facebook whistleblower, and she was saying the things, how the company function inside, and how they use the hate to provoke the discussion and to get the attention of the users. But at the same time, just outside the walls of the main stage, they were presenting this Meta company, and yeah, it's so funny. And then there's also the way that it was also the way the presentation was made by Meta, the last presentation. It seems that they just, all what they needed is trust from the users, like the scenes they have from the homes, like their clothes, their appearance, like their artificial humor they involve in the presentation. It was just all just that the people could feel safe, and to experience trust to the company. But it's all felt also artificially, and it's just provoked me even more distrust than before. And there's lots of other companies like Nvidia and Epic and Microsoft and Russian companies and Chinese companies also building metaverses as the platforms where we're supposed to be dwelling. And it's all about centralization. And yeah, someone just wants to have it all. And it's very few people in the community who are saying that this is not the right way to do things, and that it's supposed to be, even if we go there, it's supposed to be very decentralized and governed in a very different way. So the ownership and the governments is the one thing that I want to point out, that it needs to be done differently this time. So the thing that is touching me is that we are bringing the old values and the old mechanism to the metaverse. It's like capitalism. You know, we're starting to sell the real estate in the metaverse, and it sounds so not right, because the metaverse is unlimited, and we create artificial scarcity for the real estate there, and we sell it. And it's just like, what? Come on. We start also to sell clothes there and the luxury things. So we just on a full swing of moving the capitalism from the earth to the metaverse. And yeah, and it's just Like, are we really doing it? Like, we have a chance to have a new reality, and now we just take the old things which are not working into the things, into the metaverse. And honestly, my only hope is for people who are maybe small communities, and people who involved in the Web 3.0, and people with a DAO who had a vision to create things differently, to bring new values, and to raise the right questions, and the artists who not support decentralization but vote for the right things. That's the way I'm looking for into it. Yeah, I think I prepared the huge thing, but like with all the details and numbers and everything and comparison. But of course I forgot it all while I was talking. Yeah, and it seems that I'm not coming back to them. Yeah, I just want to say, let's be attentive where our attention is going and who's going to use it and how, and let's stay connected and build the reality the way we want it and not someone else who wants it. Yeah, I think I'm done with my speech. Thanks so much for your attention. And yeah, if there's any question in the chat, I'm going to take a look now.
Dmitry, thank you so much for that. And it's so true. There's so many shifts that are being catalyzed as we speak, that are leading to the metaverse. And some of it just seems inevitable. And again, as Dmitry said, if there are any questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat there. But we can have an open discussion as well for the remainder of the time that we have. And I'd love to pick your brain about just some of the further implications that you think NFTs in the metaverse will have, such as how far do you think this will, how pervasive do you think this will become in our lives, if at all, beyond the NFT art type of space? Do you think it's going to go into personal identification? And I'm just curious what your thoughts were on that point.
I'm quite optimistic about the NFT in the metaverse. And I think that we're just in the beginning of imagining how things could be there. So that we need to use imagination to create the whole new world, but definitely we will be using NFT there. And our identities is also the privacy and the identity. It's two connected topics which are also very hot, and the question of who is going to be responsible for this? Is it the company or the government? Like the Russian president recently said that they're going to take the role of making sure that our identities are secure in the metaverses. So you see that the companies are trying to take the piece, and the government now trying to make a piece. Yeah, how to be secure in the metaverse? I don't know. But let's find out together. Let's think about it, and let's create something that we all going to enjoy.
Exactly. You're just like, as you've been saying, let's set that precedent to move forward, because it could be very optimistic, and we can co-create together here. And I think that's the beauty of this all, is that we've been able to, with the technology itself, we've been able to shorten the gap of actual communication. We've been able to shorten the distance, if you may. And with that, now we're able to further communicate, share value across the world in an instant. And I think it just empowers so many more people. And as you said, it's almost like a shift of capitalism. And I'm very curious, on the note of even the message in your talk, what Van Gogh survived in the metaverse, this begs so many questions as to how do you think that artists themselves are going to create legacy on platforms like OpenSea, and how do you think that they're going to create a name for themselves? Or do you think it's just going to be the value in the art itself that's going to stand for itself?
It's also big things who's really going to be creating the metaverse. The studios, whether it's artists, and it says your internet connection is unstable. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. No worries.
So, but I really like handmade things, and I like when the people create things, and I'm also okay with the cooperation with AI. It's just it still needs to be cooperation. I don't like when things are built solely on AI, but when humans and AI, it seems very interesting. But yeah, I think the artists, the co-create developers, influencer builders, we're all gonna build this world, and we all gonna have opportunity to build it the way we wanted, and that's unique for this time period. And I just hope and wish that it will unleash the creativity of the people when they don't have any limitation for the budgets or materials or resources, and that people could just use their imagination and invite each other into their own metaverses they created to share the spaces with them. It's absolutely beautiful. About the names, like who's going to be like the greatest artist of the metaverse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna have lots of stars and lots of people who would bring their talent there.
And it doesn't seem to be, it's just going to be in the hands of the select few, right? Because of now this ability for anyone to hop in and create and share this value on the same platform. So, and using the same technology. So it seems to be that it's going to be well dispersed, and wealth distribution is going to be more equal throughout, hopefully, at least.
Definitely agree. It looks very horizontal, and the space is equal for everyone, and the opportunity is huge, and especially the time when there is so much things to do. Like we really need everyone.
Absolutely. So are there any interfaces or apps or just ways in that you think people should start in terms of learning to gain resources, places to check out, to build on? I know Unity is a huge platform, let's say, for gaming, if you want to start co-creating and building your own games. But what do you suggest are some of the great ways into the industry, or to learn more about and just have fun with, to see what resonates with you?
Well, I think it's first of all, it's about like take a look what you're good at the moment and see if you could bring it to the metaverse, and it could be absolutely anything, like whether it's in music or 3D art or gaming or well-being and yoga, and just take a look what you're doing at the moment, and then let's see if we and let's see if you're still enjoying it, and if the answer is yes, then let's see how we could move it into the metaverse. And if the answer is no, you're not enjoying it and you want to do something else, yeah, let's explore the whole thing and see what could touch you and what you could be moving. As a like as some specific hardware or software, as you ask, I think it's all related to the person who is in which field you're coming from. So, and I think maybe people know even better than I do, who are into this specific fields, like what's going on there. So I'm not the right person to ask for this much scale. But I'm sure that everyone will find their own tool.
It's all quite readily accessible, and I completely agree with you as well. It's what you initially enjoy seems to be the best way in, and I know there's so much value, so much money being traversed across this ecosystem that's definitely very capturing. It's like, oh, how can I make the best bang out of the buck right now? But I think for longevity, it's going to come with, what do you deeply resonate with? What is the art that you want to either create or just be part of and support? And I think that will become much more welcoming. And I think we'll set a precedent for the future and how to build future community.
And it's also like now we hear about the metaverse more from the entertainment side of it. Like the Mark show us more about the entertainment things. Yeah, of course there's work related things, but some companies making also some profound breakthrough, like NVIDIA. They call it Omniverse, and they, for example, they created the twin Earths where they do forecast prediction, and they're trying to see how the climate change might affect us in the future with their forecast. They do also the wind energy prediction with the twin Earths they created. They do lots of things for the science. They do lots of things for the companies. Like one of the clients is BMW, and they just have the twin factory in the Omniverse. And when they need just to change things, they change it into the virtual reality, and they don't change things into the physical one because it's less costly, efficiently, and save lots of resources. And so the utility of the metaverse, if I can say so, is really huge, and it's not only about the artists and entertainment, but it's also a lot about the science and medicine and biology and just understanding where we're living, because we could just create some twin things in the metaverse and just do safe experiments with this, and then if it's successful, to bring it into the reality.
Absolutely, and if you see here, it's definitely
the Erickson was building the whole cities, and when they were doing this.
Sorry, go ahead. It seems to be a slight delay.
Yeah, so it's already there. It's already there, and it has been here for many years. And the company were using the virtual spaces to work on them. It's just now it become like a hype, and also some big companies want to
yeah,
want to monetize it in different
could
ways.
Be extremely informative.
But the space is absolutely amazing and full of opportunities.
So true, and even if you check out here, Stefan placed in the chat for anyone that would like to further dive in. Just to touch up on that, he was saying that his latest NFT drop is actually about
definitely.
Van Gogh.
I'll send you additional. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, let's take a look. I'll take a look after the conference, so I could be more present. And yeah, there's also the comments about that I like creators and builders are artists as well, man. Yeah, sure. Like I truly believe that we are all artists, and we just need to express ourselves. And the moment we start expressing ourselves, the art is starting. So yeah, we're all there. There's like no exclusion.
It's so true in the most authentic form you want it to be, and that's what's going to sit with other people. People will feel that, even though it's across a virtual space. But to the point that you were even making, that it's further than just the art itself and the entertainment. As you see with Stefan's drop here, it's about helping finance and educational content for artists, which is huge. And I think that this is really going to start further catalyzing that shift to more value, more information, and more use cases that are apart from collectibles. But it's so wild how we're able to integrate creativity, something that's just natural to us, and really use it as a vehicle to spread value and share a new form of wealth in the global society.
Definitely, and I'm sure that we will have to reinvent lots of things there. And like one of the architects was sharing that he was building the buildings in the metaverse, and then he started to wonder whether he needs the doors or the windows or the stairs, because in the metaverse, like for example, he might not be afraid of anyone coming in, so he doesn't need. And this is just the one field, and then we will need to reinvent the whole thing. And the creativity itself, the process itself, is also need to be reinvented. And what is the art itself? It's also the things to consider.
Yeah, and there's probably going to be so many use cases that we have yet to explore, haven't even considered yet. So that's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I'm available on the Telegram, and if anyone wants to connect, or good or bad or anything, yeah, I'm welcome, and I'm open for any kind of connection and collaboration. And yeah, let's stay in touch. And thanks one more time for this and thoughts on the topic.
Yeah, Dmitry, thank you so much for sharing, and please throw your socials in the chat so other people can find you. And yeah, we're really excited, and we hope to continue these conversations. So thank you for sharing that with us.